Welcome to Body Basics, and I am your web mistress, Sherrille. And I want to welcome everyone to the next edition of Question of the Week. Now, this question is a homegrown question. It comes from one of my clients. And she asks, what are the best means and ways of focusing during an exercise program? Excellent. I think this question will be helpful for a lot of people. Well, let me start by stating that I tell my clients rather often that exercise is a metaphor for life. All of the things and all of the challenges and how you address them in your exercise program are prevalent in your everyday life. Example, how you deal with challenges, how you address them. Do you give up or do you keep at it until you're more proficient? The insecurities that you may carry on from your everyday life will stop you or stunt you from your success. Your persistence or your consistency and seeing yourself to a successful end. All of these things are in your everyday life, and all of these things you carry in to your exercise program. So be mindful of how those things that you are addressing in your exercise program will help you deal with the mindset and how you address things in your everyday life. All right. Now, I've broken down focus into 3 different categories. We're going to start with physical. Physically, what part of your body do you focus on when you're doing your exercise? Now, a lot of people think that you can draw energy from your neck, your face, and your shoulders, which is totally inaccurate. I say to many people that when someone's in a car accident, the person that tenses their shoulders, face, or anything inappropriately during the impact, those are the people that get the most muscle abrasions. So knowing how to address the things that you're needing appropriately during your exercise and relaxing the things that you don't need. And really, all in all, you're only supposed to be using your core throughout your whole exercise unless you're concentrating on a specific area. Say, for instance, I say, and I always reiterate, your balance and your strength all come from your core. So when you're exercising, everything else in that equation should be relaxed appropriately, except your core and the thing that you are trying to address. What's happening is a lot of times people try to draw unnecessary energy from the wrong places of their body. And that ends up giving them more injury than actually helping them effectively during their exercise. Okay, now we're going to go to the mental. The mental state affects how you address your physical. Let's start because I've talked about head chatter before. A lot of time when I say that exercise is a wonderful combination of relaxation and concentration at the same time. You're focused in yourself. You're focused in your own mind, and whatever you think in the mental plane affects how your body reacts. And if your mental is not in control of the circumstance and you're not actively being a part of the physical manifestation, then you're definitely not going to be successful. Say, for instance, I say to a lot of clients who have a tendency to tense their shoulders and their necks. They're like, I don't know how to not do that. Well, I say, listen, your body is not in control of you. Your mind is in control of your body. And if your body is in control of your mind, then we need to get you to a neurologist as soon as possible. So realistically, your mind is in control of everything. And you need to begin to understand how that consciously manifests itself in a physical way. Say, for instance, your insecurities, your doubts, they all definitely address or react very tangibly in your physical. Say, a lot of times I have a lot of clients saying, I can't do this, this is too hard, I'm not going to be able to do that, before they even attempt to do the exercise. So they're introducing failure into that concept way before they even attempt it. And I tell them, if you're taught the proper skills and means of doing something, then you can all overcome that. That's not going to be an issue. So the mental affects the physical in a very tangible way on how you focus. And I also say to them, when you're running or when you're exercising, don't look at anything distinctly or something that's an object that can be moved. Say, for instance, some people say, I focused on that tree. I focused on that person or that pole. Well, if you're doing an exercise that requires movement, you're not going to be able to look at that object consistently throughout the exercise. So I say to them, I need for you to look right between your eyes. You're focusing in between what someone might consider the third eye, right here, and concentrating only on your breathing and tightening your abs and relaxing the things that you don't want to address and only tensing the things that are necessary to effectively do that exercise. Okay? Now, the last is the emotional. That's the most fabulous. Well, the emotional aspect is the issue of checking in with yourself. Exercise is a great way of focusing and somewhat of a meditation. When you come into the gym, just like any meditation, you're getting into yourself. You are checking in with your body. You're checking in with your mind. You're releasing stress and issues that have been compounded from your everyday life on the outside. So this can be used in a very effective way to release stress and anxiety. So that is a wonderful thing that can be added. The emotional aspect of focusing helps you to improve and alleviate the stressful issues that you have to address in your everyday life. All right? So those are the three means of focusing: the physical, the mental, and the emotional. So I hope this information will be helpful for everyone. I thank you again for checking in on the Body Basics page as well as the question of the week. And until we meet again next week, I want to say to everyone once again, I hope you have a happy and healthy week.